That's right. Welcome back here, helping you with your composition homework assignment. Excellent. Take it easy, thanks. Okay, so let's see here. So basically we're doing a function within a function, composition. Also just to remind you, if you see this notation, so for example, number one, another way it could be written, like maybe like on the ACTs or something, it could be like F, O, and then G equals what? And so with parentheses. So that's also a notation for compositions, right? A notation for composition of a function. Okay, so number one, we have g of 0, so we take that 0, and everywhere we see an x for 0, we plug it in. So we get 0 squared is just 0, so then 3. So g of 0 is equal to 3. So then we make that a big 3. And then we go ahead and do f of 3 now. So then f of 3, so our input was 0, our output was 3, which becomes our input, which is 3 for f of x. So then we get there, 3 times 4 is 12, minus 1 is 11. So the answer to number 1, did you get it? Did you get it? 11. Good job. Okay, number 2, we have h of 0. Which means we're going to do h of 0 is 2 over 0 plus 2. And 2 over 2 is just 1. So now this h of 0 just becomes number 1. So then we just have to find g of 1. So then we go over here where g is x squared plus 3. So we're going to go 1 squared plus 3. So then 1 squared is 1, 1 plus 3 is 4. Good job. Boom. Number 3, let's see if you're getting good at this, if you can do it in your head or not, carefully. I'm going to take that 1 and plug it in there. We get 1 squared is just 1 plus 3 is 4. So then this whole thing becomes a 4, and then we do h of 4. So 2 over 4 plus 2 is 2 over 6, which reduces to 1/3. Nice. Over here we have f of 1, so f of 1 is 4 times 1 minus 1. Plugging in that 1 there, right there. And so that's 4 minus 1 is just 3. So then we need to find g of 3. So we go g of 3 is 3 squared, which is 9, plus 3 is 12. So then g of 3 is 12. Did you get that right answer? I hope so. Okay, so then moving right along. So then let's see here, let's go to more of a function one. See if you can do it in your head. 5. 5 squared is 25. 25 plus 3 is 28. And then f of, ooh, that's going to be a tricky one. I'm going to let you do that one. That's going to be tough. So g of 5 is going to be 28. And so now you're going to have to find f of 28 by plugging it in there. So 4 times 28 minus 1, that's going to be a big number. Whatever you get there, good job. Okay, so 6 now, we're going to have to do f of x, which is 4x minus 1. And so 4x minus 1 is going to go inside of g. And so g is x squared plus 3. And so inside of our x squared plus 3, we're going to replace it with the 4x minus 1. And so it looks like there's 2 of them. So I'm going to have to do 4x minus 1 times 4x minus 1 plus 3. 4x minus 1 times 4x minus 1 plus 3. So we're going to have to do 4x times 4x is 16x squared minus 4x is minus 8x. And the negative 1 times negative 1 is a positive 1. We're going to add that with that 3, and we're going to get a 4 there. The negative 1 times negative 1 is a positive 1, plus 3 is 4. Hope you got that. So that's your correct answer for number 6. Let's try maybe a harder one, number 7. We're going to take f of x, which is 4x minus 1, and we're going to put it inside, right? So we're going to take f of x and put it inside the h, everywhere we see an x. It's going to go like that. So then let me write that down. We're going to go 2 divided by 4x minus 1 plus 2. And So a plus 2 with the negative 1 is 2 minus 1 is just 1. So 2 over 4x plus 1 is your final answer for number 5. Not too bad there, moving right along. Okay, that's supposed to be a plus. Sorry about that. Okay, so then, I think we did some good ones there to help you. See if you get number 8 right. Let's start to number 9 with the table. So again, how the table works is, we go ahead and start off with trying to fill in the blank here by going h of x equals 1. So h of 1 equals some output value. So 1 is the input, and the output is h of x there. So in order to find that, we have to come over here and do h of 1 is equal to f of g of 1. Cool. So let's find out what g of 1 is. So we go over here to g of 1, which equals 4. So now g of 1 is equal to 4. So now we've got to find f of 4. So we go over here to f of 4, and f of 4 equals 1. So then f of 4 is equal to what? F of 4 is equal to just the number 1. And h of 1 equals that number 1 then. Bam! Not too bad, right? So then we go h of, let's see here, h of x equals 2 is equal to, well, it's going to be equal to f of g of 2, because we're doing x equals 2 right now because of h of 2 right there. Okay, so then we got to do g of 2. So g of 2, here it is just equal to 2. So then that becomes a 2, so now we're going to find f of 2. And f of 2 is going to equal our answer. So f of 2, here it is. F of 2 is just equal to 1. Nice, another 1. That's crazy, right? Okay, h of 3 is equal to, well, h of 3 is equal to f of g of 3. So then we go over here to g of 3. Here's g of 3, x equals 3, is equal to 3. So then g of 3 is equal to 3, and it's directing us to f of 3. So here's f of 3, and f of 3 is equal to 4. So if f of 3 is equal to 4, that means that h of 3 is equal to 4. Right? Again, if we had it back up here, just to remind you what we just did there. So I think I might have gone too fast for you. So we were doing which one? We were doing g of 3 because, h of 3. So h of 3, and then we did g of 3. And we found out that g of 3 is equal to 3. So then we did f of 3, and f of 3 is equal to 4. So we cross that whole thing out and say 4. And so h of 3 then is equal to 4. Cool. So then, last but not least, I'm going to take a guess. It's probably 4, but we'll see. H of 4 is equal to g of 4, and g of 4 is equal to 1. And then g of 4 is equal to g of 4 is equal to 1. Then we need f of 1, and f of 1 is equal to 4. So that means that